everyone, it's Louise with louisemckayart, and welcome to my channel. And today I'm doing CD clocks because I am very lucky. From the store downtown, I've gotten an order for 18. So that's really cool. So I'm already about 10 in or so, and I'm continuing along here as we speak. So yeah, just these are little CDs. I get these off Amazon. Check out my description. I bought these in a big pack of like 100. You probably have CDs laying around the house. So anyway, I've taped the back. They're all taped up and ready to go. Put it down. Try to get it centered as good as best as possible. And we're going to pour some of my pillow down, which is the 6011N by Glidden. And we pour, and it stretches as we go. And I got my colors over here. I'll go over my colors in a minute. My pillow is 6011N Glidden. I don't mix anything with it. It is just plain paint. Now you'll find, if you've been using Multi-Pro, this is a lighter white. It's a whiter, and it's thinner than the Multi-Pro. So if you just decant it and put it in like a container like this and let it sit open for a couple days with a paper towel on top and then stir it every 6 hours or so, you will have the perfect consistency for a pillow paint. All right, colors. So I'm going to start with a dab of this, and I'm going to work my way through my order. This is Golden's Anthrax Blue. Anthraquinone. So a little dab of this for color in the middle. Drop down here to my sky blue light. I'll show you the color in a minute. That's this. One of my all-time favorites at this moment. This is Cobalt Turquoise by Golden. Now all these colors are mixed to about a 2 to 3 second trace. So when you drizzle it off the stick, it takes about 2 to 3 seconds to reconstitute back into the paint as if it never left. This is Aqua Green. Pillow paint ideally is your thickest consistency. And this little aqua green is gorgeous and pairs very well with these blues and with the Cobalt. This is my gold combo. You've seen me before. It's this 24 karat by Golden and iridescent gold by Golden. I'm sorry. Iridescent gold by Golden and DecoArt's 24 karat gold. I'm not putting a ton of this down, just enough to represent. Next is the iridescent gold, silver by Golden. Mostly straight colors here, except for the gold. Mostly straight, which makes it easily replicable. Last color is back to the anthrax. The anthraquinone. Oh, woof, what was that? What was that? Usually if it plops down like that, there's something in it. We shall hope not. Yeah, got a phone call from the store. Hey, Louise. Have a lady here who wants to get 18 clocks of a certain color palette by May 3rd. I'm like, yeah, not a problem. And when I air this, I may or may not have already, but I'm going to be going in for a hip replacement. And need to get this done before then. All right, this is my American Floetrol cell activator, video 141, if you want to see how I make it and what ingredients are in it. I swear to gosh, this is works like a champ. Stir it up first. and lay it down. Don't need much. That's enough. So as usual, I try to explain what I'm doing, and I'm blowing exactly straight down into that cell activator to get it to open up in as much of a circle as possible and have a little divot and the ridge there where the white meets the paint, the white cell activator. Then I blow at that ridge to blow the cell activator and the paints out over the pillow. I have a really good video, 419. It's called The Art of the Blow. I've linked it above. If you're having trouble finding your blow in the first place, I have a cheat to help you find your blow. And I also talk about how the angle and the speed affect your composition. And that was a lot of cell activator. Stretch it out to the edge. Yeah, I mentioned in a prior video, I'll link it above, where I talk about how I sell and that I don't do pop-ups. Because honestly, I don't want to do pop-ups. I could probably do pop-ups every weekend if I wanted to. You got to pay for the space. You got to have an inventory. You got to schlep the stuff around. You got to, the risk of it getting damaged in transit. And not to mention you're sitting outside and whatever the weather happens to be. I don't want to do that. So as I've said in that video, you know, you need to decide as an artist what your threshold is for things. Me, I'd rather take my stuff downtown, have a presence there, and sell there and sell online. And also sell through Facebook. Way too fast. Much better market, or what do you call it? Business model for me. Much better for me. Clean up the scraps. Goes into my recycling bin here that I'll use for ornaments or a base pillow for something. Certainly you cannot use this for a regular color because it's got the pillow paint in there. And the pillow paint will not go with these acrylics. The pillow paint is meant for a floater. So the acrylic paints that you mix float across the top and spread out like it's doing right here as I spin this. Oh my goodness. I'm just looking at this and it's gorgeous. All right. I think I'm off to one side. Give it another spin. It's a little bit wampus. I really have a problem with finding center. And it's important because you need to be able to find center, especially for the blow. When you're blowing, you need to be able to blow into the cell activator and not be blowing too high or blowing too low because you're not centered. All right, one more spin. I'm not being shy on the spinning because I'm trying to crank through these. So we're 9 minutes in here. We're working this one out. I got 7 more to go. After this, 6 more to go. I don't know, 8 more to go. I got 18 to do. And then I got a resin after that, after this today. And I got to get cracking on Lazy Susans because the store is outpacing me on Lazy Susans. So good problems to have. And just so you know, I do have a all-in-one tutorial on creating clocks. It takes you from taping the back off to putting it in the clock stand at the end and every step in between to include everything about resin. It is certainly well worth it if you're looking for an all-in-one tutorial. When I was first coming up and learning to do these things, nobody was doing it. And I explain everything and give you links to everything as well. Clock mechanisms. I give you everything you need to know. And I approach it from the vantage point of somebody that's brand new trying to figure out how to do this. So you get everything at the base level. If you're interested in it, I will, my email is in the description and you can email me and we'll work out all the details. But The cost of this tutorial is a flat-out bargain. Definitely well worth having to experiment and play around on yourself. Here we go. There we are. All right. I got to figure out how I'm going to share this with you guys. With 18, I may only share only a few because 18 is too many to try to share in one video. All righty. I'll be back. So that brings us to the end and the big reveal. Here are several that I included as wet results. I wasn't going to include all 18. And then in a moment, I'm going to show you the fully resined results, as I always do, of all 20. Even though 18 are commissioned, I'll have two to spare here. So I'm really happy with how all these turned out. This was quite the challenge, and I learned a few shortcuts when working in a mass production mode, so that's always good. I appreciate you staying here through the whole video. If you're new here, please consider subscribing, hitting the bell and all. You'll get all my latest art tutorials. At the end, I'm going to link the playlist for clock creations, and if you are interested in that tutorial, just email me. Like I said, the email's in the description, and I think if you're brand new to this, you'll find it well worth the time, because I spent hours trying to figure out how to put all this together when I was first learning, and you get it all in 1 hour. So if you could all please leave a comment, I'd appreciate that. A thumbs up as well, and a hype would be the best. I'd really appreciate all of that support. And if you're interested, I do have a link to KS Resin in the description, as well as links to the products I use and also some very helpful tutorials. In a moment, I'm going to show you what the backs look like. I have a really good video. It's 487. It's called Branding and Stamping Your Creations. You might find it interesting to take a look at that. So with that, everybody, I think that's all I have for now. Take care. Till next time.